Hey everybody, it's Atsuma again, or Ben if you prefer. Just would like to wish everybody a happy new year. Yes, a new year is upon us, and with it comes the possibility of many great things to happen. I certainly hope it'll be a good one for you. So, what have I got planned for next year? Well, firstly I'll briefly go over what happened last year, and how that links into this one, and where I want to go from here. So yeah, last year was a bit of a mixed bag for me really. I think overall I made good progress, although mainly mentally because that was the thing I was mostly focused on last year. I had the therapy that I mentioned before. I was getting CBT, and I think overall that's been very helpful for me. It's not been a miracle cure of course, but I think it's given me some good methods to cope with certain things and to deal with what I'm going through and so on. And I think generally speaking my mental health has improved as a result. It's a shame it just couldn't have lasted a bit longer, you know what I mean? I probably should really potentially try and follow up, but I don't know how worth it it'll be at the present moment. I would like to focus on other things first, I think, before potentially going back if I feel I need to. Other than that, I mean, not a whole lot happened in terms of the real world, whatever that is. Not a lot happened IRL really, but I mean I had a few infections annoyingly, so I had to get antibiotics for those. I've still got this ongoing foot issue unfortunately, which thankfully it hasn't dropped off quite yet, but I'm starting to get a bit concerned it might do because it's been nearly 3 months now that I've had this wound and it won't heal. I mean I'm obviously chasing it up, but at the same time it's very slow progress annoyingly, and obviously with the Christmas break we just had, that didn't help. So hopefully now I can deal with that in the next month or two, hopefully. In terms of gaming, I've obviously made some progress in trials, and you've seen some videos if you've watched them or whatever. I've only got 2 more diamonds to go now, Gigatrack and Grand Finale. Gigatrack being that annoying one I don't like. I haven't played it since the end of August, but I'm thinking later on tonight I might go back to it, but we will see, I don't know. I'm hoping to have done it soon at any rate. Other than that, got a fair amount of completions in the year, platinums and whatnot, and the standout for me definitely was Astrobot. That game was really good, definitely one of my favourites this generation. It's just for me, as someone who grew up with the old platformers and so on, it's just my bread and butter really, and it's for me what a lot of games aren't these days, you know what I mean? They can all be very technically proficient games and stuff, but then they don't really have a soul sometimes. But for me Astrobot very much did. It had a lot of charm and was really fun to play, and generally a very well crafted game, not too many bugs and things like that, which makes a pleasant change, doesn't it? So yeah, that was really good. Still want to go back to Trackmania Turbo at some point, and possibly Elden Ring, although to be fair I feel like I kind of messed up with that one because I did it on stream. I tried it on stream and then I wasn't very good about asserting my rule of no backseating, and it kind of ruined it for me a bit. So yeah, that's a learning curve for me. I don't know if I'll go back to that, but maybe I will. And a fair few other games I played in here just off the top of my head. Nobody Saves the World, which is a Drinkbox Studios game. It's not as good as Guacamelee, but it's a fun ride, at least the first playthrough. I didn't enjoy the second one for the plat. Dandara, which I didn't quite fully finish, for all the items and obviously the platinum. That one I should really go back to. Super Hydra, that's a decent little shooter. I think I played Pac-Man World Repack this year, and that was overall really fun and easy, but the trophy stroke achievement for level 9 can be tricky if you don't know the patterns and stuff, but I ultimately just kind of used them as a guide and then worked my way around it. It didn't take me too long. I don't think any other real standouts particularly. Well, yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 as well. I've kind of got a little bit obsessed with that game, or at least I had until about a week ago. I haven't played it for about a week. But yeah, even with all the bugs and stuff, I've really been digging it, and I think that's about it for 2024. So yeah, what have I got in store for next year? Well, obviously priority number 1 is to fix this foot problem, which is going to take me a month or 2 probably, assuming it doesn't drop off. Primary objective number 1 otherwise though is to fix my sleep pattern. It hasn't been great for a very, very long time, and obviously having some mental issues does not help with that. So my aim is to gradually pull it into a decent time. I don't know exactly what that time will be, but ultimately I need to, be living more in the real world, unless I want to do a night job, because then it wouldn't matter, I suppose. But I don't think most night jobs would suit me, and it makes it better overall, gives you more options in the day and for other things you can do as well. So hopefully I can do that. I'm sure this is one that a lot of people always say at the start of the year, but in general I would also like to work on improving my overall health as well. Obviously sleep is a part of it, a big part of it, but also just in general try and get healthy again, be a bit more physically active and so on. I don't know if I'll quite get to the point I'll be pumping iron in the gym or anything like that, but I just want to overall get a bit fitter, because I'm not as young as I used to be. I am far too close to 40 years old and I hate it. So I would like to make sure I improve my overall health. Try and maybe even join a sports club at some point, I don't know, but definitely just overall get fitter. There's a dog downstairs who would love me to go out on walks with her more often, so I think that perhaps I should do that. Maybe I'll even pop a picture on or something like that, because I don't think I've ever really put her in any of the videos yet, so maybe now's the time. So hopefully future me is editing now and thinks, yep, I've got a nice photo just for this occasion, or maybe a few, who knows what he'll do. He might just get lazy and not bother. But we will see. What else was I going to do? I actually made notes for this second recording because the first one failed. Yeah, I'm hoping that this will be the year I finally learn to drive. I think it just gives you a lot more freedom. It certainly gives you more opportunity in terms of work and things like that as well, and just get into things. So that is one of the other things I'd like to do. My God, my hand's getting tired already holding this damn microphone. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really wanted to do it for a very long time. Yeah, I think I just realised also that I'd like to experience a lot of new things and maybe see a lot of new places as well, because I think the last few years I've started to get some cabin fever going on, so I'd like to just explore different options for things I could do, different pastimes I perhaps never have done before, things like archery, golf, bowling, darts. Can't think what else. I've looked into so many things and now I'm drawing a blank now I'm actually making this, but there's so many different things and I'd like to try a few of them and maybe one of them will stick, I don't know. And I've obviously I've gone bowling in the past before, but I'm not very good at it, so for that I'd want to try and get better and things like that. I'll see how it goes anyway. But the other things, I mean, I've mentioned it in the past years and years ago. Oh, I want to learn flute and piano, and I want to do this, that and the other, and learn a language maybe, and I never do it. Maybe this will finally be the year I could. It would be lovely to finally get back into the music again. So yeah, maybe I could, and who knows, maybe there'll be videos. Maybe I'll make videos of that, I don't know. Also, I'd like to potentially explore new places as well, because I haven't all too often been outside of the UK, so it would be nice to see these other places. I've been to a few places in Europe, but Netherlands, Germany, Belgium for I think 1 day or something, and then through France to get there, but never really explored a lot of places. So it would be awesome to see them, and then ultimately maybe one of them will will captivate me, I should say, so that one day maybe I could end up moving there, because I don't really like living where I live. I mean, it could be there's a place in the UK that's fine as well, but just I don't think I want to stay here forever. So it would be something that's obviously a long-term goal, but ultimately it would help with that. Yep, and probably one of the bigger things for me next year will be getting a new PC, because this one is 7.5 years old now roughly, and it's starting to break. The hard drive stopped working, and there's this obnoxious noise that'll happen from time to time. I think it's just the cooling fan, but then I can seem to fix it with sleep mode. But because Windows 11 for some reason isn't supported by my CPU, and given that it's old, I may as well look into buying a new one. I was going to potentially do that in the next 2 years anyway, and that will really help with potentially moving to gaming on the PC more often and possibly as a main platform. And also in terms of content creation, it would help as well, although I can still make decent videos on this even now. I think it would help to bridge the gap to 4K. And also I need a new capture card now, which I was going to get anyway, but last night of all times the mini USB port broke, so I could probably try and fix that or look it up, because I mean at the end of the day, if I'm replacing it anyway, it's worth giving it a shot, right? But we'll see. I need a new capture card at any rate, so that will be good. I'll be getting that soon. Also, to rearrange my room, tidy it up, probably sell some stuff as well, because I haven't got room in here anymore for it, so I might look into that, so I can set up a proper 4K monitor. I mean, my room is really small, so it's going to take some work, but I'll get there, I think. And then streaming video making plans I put down. I mean, I hadn't got notes the first time. It all flowed much better than it is this time, because for some reason the audio was terrible. Yeah, so what am I going to do for streaming and video making? Well, I don't exactly know when I'm coming back to either on a more regular basis, if ever I was regular. I'd like to make it a bit more streamlined. And yeah, I know it was a pun. It would be good though, right? To finally be regular again. Again? No. It would be good to finally be regular for once. I don't know in terms of a plan other than that. I mean, I want to work on how the stream's presented and all the features and stuff like that. And I did make a start a while ago, but never really finished it. So that's something I'll look into in the coming weeks and months, probably. In terms of what I'll actually do on there, though, I think mainly probably once I get back to it, Trackmania Turbo will be one of the big ones I'd like to go back to. I don't know about Elden Ring. I think I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if I'll do that. And then we'll see what else. For video making, I've got no idea, if I'm being honest. I did ask last time for advice about what I could do, and then didn't get anything, if I recall. And the thing is, even if I had it, I don't know. I've got no clue what to do. The thing is, YouTube is so vast now, indeed all of the internet's so vast now, it's hard to really get anywhere, unless you're exceptionally lucky with the algorithm, or you're a particular demographic that can just turn up and everyone follows you. And unfortunately, I am not that. And I have been lucky with the algorithm in the past, to be fair, but it's not exactly completely made my channel take off. It did. I don't know exactly how many subs I got from it, maybe double my subs. Not quite a rag to riches story like I've seen some channels get, so you never know, I suppose. So I think, to be honest, I'm just probably going to wing it. I'm just going to make the kind of videos I want to make. If I feel like it might be worth a watch or something, and see what happens. It probably won't amount to anything, but you miss all the shots you don't take, as they say. I might make a poll in the future or something, you know, just to gauge opinion on that. Like, I don't know exactly when I'll do it, but at some point maybe. I'd also like to grow the Discord next year. I mean, it's in the about me of all my videos. I won't link it again or whatever, but I would really like to get a nice little community going. Admittedly, me not being very multiplayer orientated does make that probably a harder sell in a lot of ways. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter, I don't know, but I feel like you're at an advantage if you are naturally more extroverted and into multiplayer. And I have played multiplayer, you know, I do enjoy it sometimes, but it's not my main focus usually. But maybe as time goes on I could make it more so. It'd be fun just to generally get into work into being a bit more sociable than I am, I think. But yeah, it would be really cool. If you are a cool person who would like a nice place to hang out, then absolutely it would be awesome to have you there. So feel free to join. If you fit that description, of course. But yeah, I think that's about everything. This video actually looks like it's gone on longer than the first take, annoyingly, but I mean, by the time I've edited it, it might be about 15 minutes. We'll see. I think that's about it anyway. What are your plans for 2025, and how was your year last year? It'd be awesome to hear from you in the comments, so feel free to leave one. I was just thinking at some point I ought to start learning the whole don't forget to like the video, comment and subscribe and press the bell to get notifications thing. I don't know if I'll leave that bit in, but if I have, I'm doing it more ironically, so hopefully you'll forgive me. But no, in all seriousness, it probably should be something I do in the end once I've got more regular and got an idea what I'm doing, because it seems like everybody does it now, no one seems to care anymore. But obviously, for the foreseeable, I probably won't, except ironically. So, I just don't know. I don't like that whole pushy nature of it personally. You know, it feels like I believe in myself a bit too much that I'm amazing at videos or something. I don't know. But when I'm not really, am I? I know how good or how bad I am probably, but yeah. So yeah, I think that's it anyway. This has been Summarising. Thank you for watching if you did, and hopefully we can catch up again on YouTube and on Twitch, on Discord, wherever it may be. I will see you again soon, hopefully, and the next video, with any luck, will be the final 2 Charles Diamonds, if I didn't already say. But we'll see. It might be something else, who even knows. Take care, everybody.